Здравствуйте, дорогие друзья! Вы на канале «Русский язык с Puma Messi». Hello, dear friends! I welcome you all to the channel Russian with Puma Messi. And not only you are today at the channel Russian with Puma Messi, but you're also in my kitchen, in the kitchen with Lilian, на кухне со мной, in the kitchen with me. We are going to be making a soup today. And I know that we already have a few soups in our channel. Please check the playlist that is dedicated to the Russian cuisine. But today we will be making Sasha's favorite soup. Let's pronounce the name of this soup. Salyanka, Salyanka, Salyanka. There are few types of Salyanka. Few types of this soup, and the other type of soup is fish Salyanka, and the other one is mushroom Salyanka. And I'm thinking that since I'm going to offend all the vegetarians today who will come into our channel just to see that my vegetarian versions of soups, I think I owe you the same favor. The next soup that I will be making sometime soon, it's going to be a mushroom Salyanka. But today, the original recipe, meat Salyanka, Misnaya Salyanka. Let's go through the list of ingredients. Let me see what I have here. I have a few pork chops, just for the reason I bought this to have the bone, and it will give us a nice good flavor in our broth. Then I bought some meat, boneless meat, and these are the straps, shoulder straps of pork. So the base meat of my soup is pork, but it could be beef also. If you are a beef person, by all means you can get beef for this soup as well. And now the most interesting part. The soup has to have a smoky flavor, all the smoked meats that are in your possession. So for now I have ham, I have smoked sausage, and I have links. The links also they don't have to be any type of special links. Whatever you prefer to eat in your hot dogs, those links will do as well. I'm having two onions, and I'm having our usual suspect, the greens. The greens are baby dill, parsley, and cilantro. I'm also going to add 3 cloves of garlic, and garlic you won't find anywhere in the recipe. It's just I like garlic in my cooking, and I'm going to add it. It's going to add a little bit of that dingly smell. So, and then I have olives. Olives will be added at the end when we will be assembling the soup. And these are our pickles, and pickles also will be part of the soup, because soup has to have this texture of meaty, sour, salty, smoky flavor. Let's go over the list of ingredients in Russian. And in Russian, this would be мясо, and we all know that Messi and Gerda, they love мясо. These are Ветчина Ham, Копчёная колбаса, smoked sausage, Sasiski, links. This I have Luk, and I'm going to have 2 medium-sized onions in our soup. This Alifki, and I don't know whether you remember what the pickles are, but I know that we studied that Соленые огурцы. And of course, say it with me, Smitana, Smitana, Smitana. Of course, Messi loves Smitana. Okay, so I'm in this corner of my kitchen. This is my stove, and this you see meat in the pot. Meat in the pot, and again, the pot should be ample. So the pot should allow all these ingredients to feel comfortable in the pot. And besides, the second day, the longer the soup stays, it becomes tastier and tastier. You may be curious, why am I pouring water from a bottle? Because I don't like tap water in my cooking and in drinking. I do drink the spring water that is being delivered to my house every 2 weeks. Okay, here we are. We are turning this on, and you see here I have a fry pan over here. That's where the rest of the meats will be going, and onion and pickles. We will be sauteing the part that is not cooking in water on this fry pan. Meanwhile, the meat is starting, everything is good. It's about 40 minutes. Let's give it about 40 minutes to an hour for this meat to get ready. Here we are on my cutting board, and let's assemble our pan over here for all the vegetables and meats that going to be added to our soup in a few moments. By now you know what oil I use, avocado oil. And we cut our onion. I'm going to make my own addition to the soup, and I am going to put a tomato, because technically we will need tomato paste. I use ketchup instead of tomato paste, but the original recipe requires us to use tomato paste. And since I don't have tomato paste, I'm going to use tomato and ketchup, a combination of these two, which is going to bring us to the required consistency with the required color of the soup, because this soup is supposed to be red color that is going to be acquired from the ketchup and tomato. Boil for a little longer, and meanwhile we will start getting together that fried pan that is sitting over there. Let's see. So this is my cell. Then what do I have here? Used to be, and I'm out of peppercorn, so that's why I have to use my mill. Okay, some pepper and my bay leaves. 1, 2, 3. Very nice. And now we let this meat take its due course. Now you see I have my onions and I have my tomatoes. It's time to turn it on. Let's see, because the onion would be nice if it turns a little bit golden, and we see how it's going to work. So I bet that those people who are real original Salyanka recipes. They are watching me right now and saying, what is she doing? She added some tomatoes in this recipe. It's not supposed to be this way. So beware. Buyers beware. No tomatoes in the original recipe. That is my addition, and it's only today, and we'll see how it's going to work. Meat. We continue working with our meat because this meat will go into our frying pan, and it's free-form cut. I'm going to maybe just, this is nice piece. Over here. And this is the ham. It's a smoked ham, and it's again, guys, up to you, whatever you're going to put. If you love smoked ribs, that would be very nice too. If you love other type of smoked meat, anything that you like, lots and lots of meat, and any meat will do for this soup. That's why it's called all meat soup. It's assembled soup. Literally, it says assembled meat soup. It means that you really, whatever you find, whatever your favorite meat is, you can easily substitute it as long as you're going to have lots of it, because this is the meat. Pepachka, come here. Pupuсь, come say hello. I see Peppers. He was here. This smoked sausage that I'm using right now, I buy at Costco. It's Italian dry salami. Probably also not the best sausage, but it's going to serve us just fine for the purpose of the soup. Okay, our meat goes over there as well. We add our meat over here. And I want you to pay attention. I added our ham and smoked sausage over here. I am not adding our links because the links will go, I'll chop them, I'll cut them in rounds, and I'll add them to the soup already, because links are fully cooked and they don't require to be cooked as much as this meat, as long as this meat may be cooked. Let me add some ketchup. Be generous with this because our soup has to be red, and that's why we are putting a lot. That's tomato paste is much better because it doesn't give the acidic taste as ketchup has. That's my fault. For some reason I thought I had tomato paste, and it turns out I don't, and we'll see how it's going to taste. It should be okay. We are going to add some pickles to this and some pickle juice as well. And here, that's how many pickles we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pickles. And again, I prefer Vlasic original dill wholes. And I'm going to add some juice into Okay, ta-da! A little bit more. It's simmering and it's getting better and better. Look at it. Nice color. That's the color we wanted. And we don't need any seasoning in here. Remember, because everything is salted, plus we added some pickle juice. Now you see why there is only half a pot of water, because we are going to be adding this amount of extra stuff. Yes, peppers, and you need to have room to go in that. I'm going to add a little bit more water and I let it simmer. Okay, the time has come. I think the meat is ready and I'm going to get it out so we could cut it in small pieces. Very nice meat. And that on peppers. And now let's cut our meat. We're getting back to this side because all the events going to take place here. I pulled out meat, but I never turned off the soup itself. The broth is here. You see, it's clear, it's nice, it's hearty, it's nice, it's fatty, hearty, very nice. Though I have a nice weather outside, I don't know when I'm going to eat this thick soup, because the weather is not for this soup. It's for the cold weather. No, actually it's all weather soup. Now we are assembling this soup. The meat goes back in there. Work its magic. This is the magic moment when the soup is ready. Let me, so you could see it. Perfect, perfect. I'm so happy that I just calculated so well the amount of water in both parts of this soup. Okay, the color is just right. No more seasonings, because I believe we are done with the seasonings. If it's not going to be enough, then everyone is going to work in your own plate once it's been served, and you'll do it to your taste. Right now we are done with this soup, and I let it cook for 20 more minutes on low, very low. I let it simmer, and then I'll add some greens and my garlic. One more sausage ingredient, our links, and the links we just chop very easily like this. Nothing fancy about it. And our links also going into the pot. links going into the pot. Literally, this is one of our last main ingredients. You probably have noticed that I'm not giving you a precise amount of anything that goes into this soup. Play it by ear, literally. You know your pot. And see, the meat should be about 2 pounds or pound and a half. Then 3 or 4 links. Then you'll have other meats, a little bit, maybe half a pound of sausage, half a pound of ham, and then you saw all those onions and pickles. See, you know your pot, you know how big it is, how small it is, but count that the meat should be on the 2 poundish, somewhere there, and from there you go and work your number of links and number of meats, and that should be enough for you. Especially you saw me step by step, you stayed with me all the way, you saw it, and you will be able to figure out how much of everything you need. It's time for our olives. I prefer black olives, but sometimes you can also use green olives. We add, and I also put a little bit of juice over here, a little bit of juice, and I added almost the entire jar of olives in this pot, and now I have no more room for anything else, but I still have to place somehow our greens into this. Okay, we have to catch this soup because it's becoming, this pot is too little for this soup. That's me, that's how I cook. Never a small pot, always a big one, and barely enough even that big one. Our final touch, our herbs. Nice and easy, nice and slowly. Twenty more minutes, or maybe half an hour, and I'll turn it off. Now it's on lowest of the low, almost off. It's just sitting there and simmering. Well, let's see what we have here. Wow. It smells so good. One final stir and I'm ready to prepare for myself a bowl of soup. Look at this. Yeah, it's very thick soup. I was very generous. If you want to make it a little bit thinner, then definitely go down on your products. I have pure meat over here, and that's and nothing else. It's not a soup, I don't know, it's kind of meat and meat. Looks good, looks very, very good. And as you see, the lighter meat is all on top, all our links, and the real hearty one, the hearty, very, 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 it's just a wonderful, interesting soup. Let me onto the bottom of the pot, dish it all the way from the bottom, and let me get some broth This is the bowl of soup, bowl of Salyanka, the bowl of Salyanka. That's how Salyanka looks. We are at the end of our show. You see, this is my bowl of soup, and look for the final touches what I do here. And I'm going to add some lemon right on top of the soup, a sprig of parsley over here, and then of course sour cream. And that's how we are serving our soup. That's how we are serving our Salyanka, Salyanka, Salyanka. We did it. We made a soup that Sasha loves so much. Salyanka, Salyanka, Salyanka. This is our final presentation. It smells so good. It's so good. Looks good. I will try it and I'll let you know in the comments how it came out. Don Pepas visited us, so his touch, his final touch was also here. It wasn't all by myself who cooked it. Don Pepas and I got it prepared for all of us. Salyanka, Salyanka. Well, thank you so much for being at the channel. One more cultural project in our videos. Thank you so much for being here with me. And those who were live at the premiere, I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Please do subscribe to the channel. Also, like this video. It's very important if you like this video during our live premiere. And always when you're watching this Russian with Puma Messi channel, like the videos. Let's make sure that we will meet our goal, my goal, your goal, our goal of 4,000 public watch hours. Don Pepas and I, we will see you very, very soon. Have a wonderful weekend.